And you can see a cone sliding down there. Wonder if that'll get picked up before the race starts. Anyways, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, at Road Atlanta for round 2 of Season 5, All Shake, No Break. Podium or wall. We're in the GT3s this time around. This is mere minutes after round 1 in the touring cars. The same grid order. This time they're in GT3s. The touring cars, front-wheel drive. Also, we're doing a rolling start. We did a standing start in the TCRs, so a number of differences there between race 1 and race 2. Front-wheel drive to, I believe these are all
rear-wheel drive.
They're all rear-wheel drive. The engine's plethora of distances between the front, the mid, and the rear. I think we have them all represented on the grid today. As you can see, there's a number of makes in the field as they get ready for the rolling start. The first rolling start of the season. Now, in the past, it has been a contentious issue, the rolling start, as not every member of the league is practiced in the art of a rolling start. However, the league has voted to do rolling starts for multi-make series. And now you might be asking, isn't the TCR a multi-make series? And while it is, the official races of iRacing have touring cars as standing starts, and we've chosen to honor that. Touring cars will be standing starts, and GT3s will be rolling starts, as you see them begin their escapade on the pace lap towards the start-finish line. We've got Captain Crash here. He's in a Porsche, one of the few, maybe the only rear-engine car in the field, I believe. Would you like to opine on that? I've got a co-host for this race. Let's hear what he has to say.
Good evening, everybody. We've got 2 Porsches, 2 rear-engine Porsches. They're also a Ferrari and a Lambo and an Acura mid-engine. I believe the Corvette is also a mid-engine.
Actually, the Ferrari is actually front-engined.
Get out of here.
Ferraris are front-engined. Yes, I know.
Unbelievable. All right, and then so
the Corvette
Ferraris,
is a mid-engine. Yep.
The Ferraris and the Ford front engines.
Yep. The Ferraris and the Ford are your front-engine entrance. So the whole field is going to have a variety of different feels coming around these corners here. Each car feels completely different to the other one. And that's important to remember, especially when you've got cold tires. These cars will take a number, maybe 2.5 to 3 laps to fully heat up the tires and unlock optimal performance. Until then, it can feel a little unstable at times, and that's something to watch. As you see, Captain Crash here employing a technique we call the stop and go. Now, weaving is banned in this league, so in order to try to get some heat into the tires and the brakes, you'll see some competitors stop and go repeatedly like this.
So in our lineup, we've got the pace car followed by the pace car. And following him is Jeff Plata in the JG Wentworth Acura with Captain Crash in the Porsche. Behind Captain Crash, I can't quite remember, but right behind Captain Crash is Mr. Schwung, followed by Radim Vagine. And it looks like on the outside line, we have Rock Lee, followed by the Cuban Missile in the only Beamer in the field. Kind of tricky, a lot of black and white cars out here. But here we go. Pace car's about to take off, and they are going to be racing here.
We're going to have to restart this. The things are fucked up.
The things are fucked up.
Oh, no, we're going to keep it live. As we come back for the green start, that's a false start by me, but a real start by the pace car. Jeff Plata up the inside in the JG Wentworth.
Look at that.
Captain Is he going to do a similar to that? He remembers to turn this time. Jeff Plata taking first place. Pace car dropping back into third.
Captain Crash running away with it.
That's Captain Crash. Captain Crash with the great start. You know what? I told him before the race I would get those greens confused, and I did. The first thing that happened is I got those greens confused. Jeff Plata in the JG Wentworth Acura, not to be confused with Captain Crash in the sea green Build Submarines Porsche. As we see Gold Striker here, fumbling and stumbling with these 2 oafs. Wait, is that Mr. Schwung? He's not an oaf. Nope, that's the 2 oafs. That's the Moldiver and the Cuban Missile. Those 2 black and white cars. They purposely picked the same color scheme, did you know this, to be hard to tell who is who.
You know, I heard them in the pits. They were talking about they were going to really fuck with us commentators, and they're like, we got it. Black and white cars, all German.
And they have succeeded. Fun fact, we have 4 black and white cars in the field. They're all different makes, so it'll be up to us to spot the differences in the car shapes to properly identify them. As you can see, the leader of the black and white cars at the moment is Mr. Schwung in the Killer Orca Lamborghini, followed by Gold Striker in 5th. Let's give a quick rundown of the position so far. Captain Crash is starting off lap number 2 in first. It might be lap number 3. It's lap number 2 in first place. Jeff Plata's in 2nd. Pace Car's in 3rd. Gold Striker's up to 4th. Mr. Schwung in 5th. The Moldiver 6th. The Cuban Missile in 7th for now. Rock Lee in 8th. Redeem Vagine in 9th. It's very close racing here. Captain Crash has a bit of the lead on the pack, but everyone else is as to ankles.
You know, we got to keep an eye out for Redeem.
Oh!
Yeah.
As we see the Rock Lee spin there. Rock Lee turning to Broccoli. He does not. He had cold tires there, and you guys saw that it just slipped out from under him. He probably gassed it a little too early, and there's a lot of elevation change there in the S's. Probably just a victim of gravity. Anyways, he looks to be rolling. I imagine he won't have to pit. He should be able to continue on. However, ooh, that's not the start you want to see. Let's get off of this guy. Enough of that. What's going on in the rest of the race? I'd love to see.
You know?
I may have kept it too long on this incident. It seems Captain Crash is maintaining a 3-second lead.
There we go. Back to the gang.
We're on board here with the Snake, the whole group. Oh my God, the Moldiver with an excellent move, passing Mr. Schwung and the Cuban Missile. That's 3 black and white cars all battling for position. How are we supposed to know the difference between them? Also, the pace cars leading the group of the black and white cars. It's black and white, black and white, black and white, and black and white. You know what's not so black and white? Which car is which? So we've got the pace car, the Moldiver, Mr. Schwung, Redeem Vagine, adding some color into that group, and then the Missile, the Cuban Missile, in 8th. Rock Lee, after suffering that tragedy, is far behind. Jeff Plata with a little bit of spin. Gold Striker in 3rd. He's looking to pounce. But it looks like Jeff Plata will hold on to it. There's some spinning. The pace cars into Redeem Vagine. Ooh, that's 2 competitors down. Gold Striker up the inside of Jeff Plata. He's into 2nd. Jeff Plata not going by easily in the night. Oh, maybe he is. He's lost 2 positions. There's the Moldiver going past as well. Gold Striker and Moldiver. These two, probably the biggest rivalry in the league. They've traded championships to this point. The Moldiver winning Season 1. Gold Striker winning Season 2. Season 3, of course, the team season we don't discuss. And then Season 4, the Moldiver back at it. If the trend continues, it's Gold Strikers to win. However, we saw in Race 1, he finished last. So he's got an uphill battle. As we see Mr. Schwung and the Cuban Missile up the inside. Jeff Plata in front of him. The Missile's going to take both of them. Jeff Plata, oh, he's not going away. He puts it up the inside. The outside, he had more speed. And the Moldiver and Gold Striker battling here. Gold Striker holding off that inside. Captain Crash, by the way, reminiscent of the Moldiver in Race 1, he's ahead by 8.4 seconds. If he doesn't make any mistakes, he could run away with this. I mean, look at that track map. He's already finished the S's. He's getting to go around the double right-handers. And Gold Striker in 2nd here is just getting through the S's now, and he's got a bit of spin. He went over the bump, and he's got unsettled. Oh, and that hit looks to have been massive. We'll see if he can keep going there. It did seem like that was a lot of damage.
You know, I think I saw the front passenger tire locked up on Gold Striker's Corvette there. But here we are with Captain Crash just running away with it. We'll see if he can keep this lead.
Yeah, and you know, Gold Striker there, after that terrible crash in Race 1, having another high-impact crash, you have to wonder if he's going to be able to continue. His body has suffered. Although, that is a testament to the safety of these cars. I mean, he's still going. He has not quit. And he's not in last place. He's only in 8th this time, as the pace car seems to have gotten himself into some trouble as well. Not as much of a factor in this race.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. I thought we were going to witness a no. It's okay, camera operators. We can keep it going. They did not crash like Gold Striker in the previous race. Jeff Plata, Mr. Schwung there. These guys, Oh, they've been battling often in the championship in previous seasons. Now they're battling for 4th and 5th. We're about 10 minutes into the 15-minute race here. Captain Crash, a 9-second lead. This is almost unheard of. I bet if you had asked anyone in the paddock what would happen this race, nobody would have predicted this. Yet, here we are. In second place is the Mole Diver. He did not have the opportunity to false start this time with the rolling start, and he finds himself in a very good second place. The Cuban Missile behind him, those two also have a history. They've gotten entangled more than a few times as we're on board with Jeff Plata here. In 5th, he's got about a second to Mr. Schwung. So it looks like there's battles for P2, there's battles for P4, and a battle for P5 potentially. Looks like Redeem Vagine there putting in the fastest lap in 6th place. He could be barking at the heels, not nipping, but barking for now at Jeff Plata. The Cuban Missile, we're on board with him. He just put in the fastest lap of the session. He's really getting close to the Mole Diver here. Those two could come to a head.
And there we go. Redeem Vagine's pushing from behind Jeff Plata. Is he gonna put up with this? Is he gonna run away? Let's find out. Mr. Schwung's right in front of him in 4th place. What are they gonna do through these S's?
So if you look at it, we've actually got 2 Porsches out in front. Captain Crash and the Mole Diver. Woo! Look at that battling. Mr. Schwung holding off Jeff Plata and Redeem Vagine. Redeem Vagine has been known to be a bit of a menace with these cars with higher downforce and more aero. He famously a huge proponent of the F4, which he was practically dominant in Season 3.
You know, we had an interview with Redeem Vagine earlier this week, and he told us how he grew up on some of these higher downforce cars. He's got a lot of experience in the GT3s, the Formula style cars, and here we go.
We head into heavy braking zone of turn 10.
He doesn't want it. He's holding back.
Life.
Yep. He's going to watch.
Look at
watch
that.
And wait.
Mr. Schwung, Jeff Plata, Redeem Vagine.
Breathing down the neck of Jeff Plata into the final corner. Let's see what kind of speed they're all going to take into turn 1. This is a real make it or break it moment. If you don't break in time, you're in the grass.
Now, it looks like they might only have 2 or 3 laps here. And I remember the last time we spoke of it, the interval between Captain Crash and the Mole Diver, or second place, was about 9 seconds. That gap has decreased to 5.6. At this rate, there might be a battle for the lead. The Cuban Missile, he's put down the fastest lap in 3rd.
These 3 really going at it. Mr. Schwung,
this is the crazy battle
he's just
here.
Lost out. Has he? Nope. He's just...
The pace car, he's a lap down, but he's in this battle.
That's what's going on. It's
Yep.
unbelievable.
Oh, look at that. Hugely influential in the result of that. Ever so important. Oh, my goodness. There's a little bit of contact there.
Redeem Vagine's come out on top. Somehow he's taken the lead of this whole pack. Not sure how he did that, but very sneaky. Followed by Mr. Schwung.
Opportunistic from Redeem Vagine. Up into 4th with that maneuver. Mr. Schwung up into 5th. Jeff Plata not going away. The pace car, he'll yield. Oh, a little squirrely from the Plata. But they'll take it clean.
Tell you what, Jeff Plata does not go quietly into the night.
Yes, he does not. Speaking of the night, he will pass Redeemed Vagine, who has nothing to do with the night.
My God. Mr. Schwung, followed by Jeff Plata, and then Redeem Vagine. It's a shift and a shake. We don't call it all shake, no break for no reason. We're looking at... This might be the white flag. This might be the final lap. What's
This
about
has
to
been
happen?
exhilarating. A little bit of lawn mowing. And don't forget, Jeff Plata, he'll put the cones on the... Oh, and it'll take them off as well. Jeff Plata putting cones off. Oh, my God. He's putting cones on and taking them off. The Cuban Missile has the fastest lap so far. We'll see if that holds. Gold Striker, he's only 34 seconds back of Rock Lee in second. 7th. Excuse me.
You know, we're going to see if Gold Striker pokes his head into this race. Gold Striker and Pace Car both.
We've not seen a lot of Gold Striker today, besides a similar crash to that. Pace Car, he was a lap down, but he's going to spin out there.
Pace Car's
Oh
taking
my goodness,
himself
look at this. Captain Crash, he's got a 3-second lead as he takes the white flag. Captain Crash, a 3-second lead in first. The Mole Diver, he's gaining time, and the Cuban Missile behind him, only 1.8 seconds behind. As we're looking at 4th and 5th here, I mean, there's about 15 seconds between 3rd and 4th, so if we could look at the top 3, that'd be great here.
Not going to worry too
We're
much.
on board with Captain Crash.
Oh, shit. What's about to happen?
Finishing the S's.
Little squirrely coming out of that last S bend.
Going into the double rights, backed on with Redeem Vagine.
Here we go. Redeem Vagine has pulled in front of Mr. Schwung. Could have sworn it was the other way last time we saw them.
Redeem Vagine up into 4th. He may have been 4th. There's Rock Lee in 7th.
Yep.
You know what?
Oh, God.
If you look at that, he spun out again, very similar to what happened to Gold Striker. However, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, look at that track map. They're having a real battle there. Captain Crash leading the group. 1.3 seconds to the Mole Diver, 1.4 seconds to the Cuban Missile. Look at that. That gap is erased instantly.
Just like that, the Mole Diver is breathing down the neck of Captain Crash. Let's see how they go through this final corner.
You know what? I misspoke. It wasn't the white flag. We have to remember.
This is the white
we
flag.
took a pace lap. This is officially the white flag. We saw them take it there. Much more interesting final lap. They both go lawn mowing. That's going to give an opportunity for the Cuban Missile to zoom past up the inside. Oh my goodness, what a move. Captain Crash will hold on to 2nd, the Mole Diver behind him, but look at this! This has been crazy!
Cuban Missile put in the fastest lap a couple times so far, and he is now in first, running away with
The
it.
Cuban Missile! He's won in the TCRs. He's looking to win in the GT3s. This isn't even his track choice, and he's dominating. He's got a whole 0.7 seconds now as he comes across the exit of turn number 7, hugely important. Oh my goodness, will they have an opportunity to tow? The Mole Diver and Captain Crash could work together here. Oh, they should bump draft to give time, but they're fighting for position. 2nd and 3rd.
Porsches are debating who's going to get 2nd place. Let's see who wins this one.
Papaya rules. It's going to be every man for himself. They're allowed to fight. Captain Crash on the inside. The Mole Diver, he has the inside of the next turn, though, and he'll hold on to that position. Oh my goodness, what a fight there. The Cuban Missile runs away with it again. I don't know if they're done yet. They might be doing another one.
I think there's one more, Cotton.
We don't know what's happening here in the booth. They keep waving flags around in our faces, but they're not right. They're going again here, folks. Oh my God, I've never seen anything like this. The race control doesn't want to see this end. They want more. They've said, keep going, keep going. I've never seen anything like this. Oh my God, Captain Crash, if the race ended 2 laps ago, he would have won. He's in 3rd now. He was in 3rd the last race. Oh my goodness, the Missile and the Mole Diver taking advantage. The Missile pulling out ahead again. Almost a 2-second gap. If he runs away with this again, like he did in the TCRs, the league might have to...
Oh, God!
Oh, no!
Hate to see it.
P3, Captain Crash, he's got about a 13-second gap. Can he get it going straight? He can. He's got to spin around again. Oh, he hits the wall again. He's going to try to spin it around right. There's Redeem Vagine. Can he make the pass? Oh, my God. Redeem Vagine up into P3. What a tragic double spin from Captain Crash. If he got the traction, you know what? Maybe that's the rear engine there. If he had a front engine car, the rear wheels might have gripped, leading him to 3rd place, but the Cuban Missile will come across in 1st, followed shortly by the Mole Diver. Those two, excellently done on this track. Excellently done.
Cuban Missile with 2 first-place finishes back-to-back. He's got to be very pleased with himself. This is
That's a
week
huge
1.
weekend.
It's a big jump he's just taken.
Rounds 1 and
lead.
2. There's Mr. Schwung finishing 5th. So we take a look at it. The Cuban Missile, the Moldiver, Redeemed Vagine on the podium. Captain Crash falling just short of a double podium in 4th. Good points weekend still for him. Mr. Schwung in 5th. I believe that's a 4th and a 5th for Mr. Schwung, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, is it a double 5th? Those are good points anyways for Mr. Schwung. Rock Lee, our 2nd place finisher, down to 6th. Jeff Plata finished last place. He finished 8th. And he's into 7th this time. Gold Striker up 1 position. The pace car falling the most, 4 positions from last race. And Gold Striker's just not having it. He'll spin it out. He's sick of it. Yeah, not a good start for Gold Striker. Although, if you see that purple symbol there, he did have the fastest lap.
You know, Captain Crash did it to himself again right there as he was going for the outlap. But we're going to have to check in on the points. It looks like the Cuban Missile is running away with this week 1. Double finishes in 1st place between the TCR and the GT3. The rest of the pack, very competitive. Moldiver, Mr. Schwung, Captain Crash, all of them doing fairly well in this first couple races. We're going to see who can squeak out come week 2. We're going to the Nürburgring. It's going to be exciting stuff.
GP circuit.
GP circuit. Don't forget, Nürburgring GP circuit. It's not the full thing. Be too many crashes.
Keep talking. Keep going.
Keep going? My co-broadcaster says keep going. It's not over yet. Anyways, coming back to week 2, Nürburgring GP circuit. It's going to be exciting stuff, and let's check in on our points. And it does look like the Cuban Missile is absolutely running away with it. I believe he's got 51 points. Captain Crash way behind with a 3rd and a 4th place finish in the 20s. Rock Lee nipping at the heels. Moldiver, Redeemed Vagine, Mr. Schwung, all of them shooting for this coveted 2nd place. But we've got 51 points with the Cuban Missile, 27 Captain Crash, Rock Lee at 26, Moldiver 24, Redeemed Vagine 23, Mr. Schwung 22. My God, you couldn't separate them if you tried. They are on top of each other. The pace car
in 7th.
Yeah, struggling a bit. He's got 12 points.
He's historically been at the back of the pack, hence the name the pace car. Finding himself in 7th. I'm sure he'll be happy with that result. He would have loved to do better in GT3s, but we saw a lot of potential out of his performance in the touring cars, where he finished 5th.
You know, the TCRs are an interesting prospect with the front-wheel drive. Not everybody's used to it, and everybody is stuck in the same...
You know, that's
2-liter 4-banger.
To read the rest of the championship standings.
Oh, you know, how could I forget?
Jeff Plata's in 8th, and Gold Striker...
Gold Striker struck
a championship winner and multi-time 2nd place.
He's got seven whole points.
Well, he'll start both races next week from the front position. And you know what next week is? You mentioned it.
I heard a rumor.
GP.
I heard a rumor Gold Striker picked that track for this.
That's his home
for this
track.
Season.
Is he gaming the system, perhaps? Is he exploiting a potential flaw in the league to gain an advantage overall? Did he potentially throw these races? I mean, we both saw those crashes. If those were intentional, he's really putting his body on the line.
It's it's a good show. How do you say? I can't quite believe they're all intentional, but we're gonna come back next week, witness what Gold Striker can do. I'm gonna put my dollar on a runaway, if I had to be honest. Gold Striker first.
We'll have to see what Vegas thinks about that.
Yep. All right, everybody, place your bets. Next week, Tuesday, we'll be back. I believe that is April the 7th. Get excited.
It's going to be Nürburgring. Could be. It's probably not April 7th.
I got $1 on that one.
Okay. We'll see who's right. Anyways, thanks for watching. We're going to stop the recording here, but we'll keep it live.